This is Barbara with Cana Girl Speaks podcast. My voice, your voice. Good evening, everybody. This is Barbara with the Cana Girl Speaks podcast, and I always open up thanking you for always supporting the Cana Girl Speaks podcast. Either you watch it on YouTube or you listen on Spotify, but thank you for always supporting. And so on this evening, I'm excited to bring on these two young ladies because it's still Women's History Month, and so I gotta give a shout out to our women that are doing some good things. And so on this evening, I wanted to bring on two young ladies. One of them is the owner of one of her own business, Camp Gladiator. And the other one is she is a member of Camp Gladiator. So they're going to talk about their journeys. And so so without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Leah Dominy and Alison Williams.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
No, well, thank you for accepting the invitation because I was like, I didn't know if you were going to do it. But I was like, yeah.
We're up for it.
So, Miss Leah, why don't you tell us about Camp Gladiator and how you started? Because I've been watching your journey for a long time.
It's been a while. It is actually this month. It's 11 years.
Oh, 11 years. Wow.
11 years. I've actually been training as a certified trainer for about 12 years. Mm-hmm. I started my own boot camps here in town just early in the mornings and the evenings while I worked a full-time job 12 years ago. And I had a great success. I was having fun, just running boot camps and working and just doing it on the side. And then Debbie McElhaney, sweet Debbie McElhaney, who's with Jesus now, she her daughter is vice president of Camp Gladiator.
Oh,
They're from here.
Wow.
So, but Amy was running boot camps in Dallas, and Debbie hurried up on the phone. Some girl's on Facebook running her own boot camp. She didn't get her to Camp Gladiator. And Amy called me asking about what I was doing. And I told her, and she said, you need to come on board with Camp Gladiator because I've been wanting a trainer in that area. And I was like, okay, here I go. And little did I know what I was getting myself into. It was just a whirlwind of getting certified and, going to different camps and learning the ways and running my own business. And it's just been an exciting journey, and it's 11 years this month, so It's been fun.
Wow!
Fun.
So you've when you started, was it a small group, or were people just jumping on the bandwagon as soon as you started doing
When I
it?
started Camp Gladiator, it was big. I mean, like I remember the first time I ran when it was just a preview, and we just put it on Facebook and flyers and told people about it, and I thought, we'll see what happens. And I think there was about 30 people there that day. And it was like, wow, and it just grew and grew. And it's been a blast.
So Alison, when did you start doing Camp Gladiator?
So I officially started in September of 2014. I went to one camp and Leah tried to kill me. And I did not go back after that. And then this past year, I started again in September of 2022. And I've been going faithfully ever since then.
Super consistent.
So did something click to say, you know what, this is something I think I can commit to?
So I turned 40 in August. And
she don't even look 40.
Yeah, I decided that this was going to be my year. And so I still got the Camp Gladiator emails, and they have a join special in September for $7. And I thought, this time I'm doing it. And so I struggle just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I have young children. I have a full-time job. I'm old now. I'm out of shape. I can't do this. And so I reached out to Leah and I said, hey, can I bring my kids with me? And she was like, absolutely. And so there are cheerleaders. And, I started out, I was way out of shape.
Yeah.
And, Leah works with you and everybody cheers you on. We're just a big family. And so, and then, when your kids are running next to you saying, come on, Mom, you can do this. Let's go. It really makes a difference. So I've stuck with it. And
she has.
In 2014, if you had asked me would I'd be doing this today, I would have said, heck no. But I really do enjoy it. I like feeling strong. I don't like the cardio side of it. Leah laughs at me.
Yeah, but we run a big lap. Sometimes it's short laps, sometimes it's big ones. And there's a pretty big one that we'll do. And when she first started, she was like, I don't like running. I was like, I'm going to make you a runner. She was like, I just don't know. And then one day out of nowhere, she passed me on the lap. She said, I ran that whole thing. I said, I knew you could. I knew you could. I mean, it was just like so awesome to see people hit those milestones and those goals and those even little things, being able to do a full sit up, it's just really motivating for me. And that's where I get my joy from it, is just seeing those.
So it's not, because you have some of them boot camps and they be like just like military, and that kind of like scares me. I'm like,
it is scary. I mean, and the name Camp Gladiator, people are like, I'm not doing that, Yeah, it's tough, but it's challenging, but it's also, you go walk a lap, don't kill yourself tonight, because if I'm like just killing you where you're just dying and you're just really not loving it, you may not come back. So I want you to like work at your own pace and see those little milestones and just like high five you. But I'm going to push you and, they're going to be like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And you can do it. They do it.
And we do it.
So do you do Camp Gladiator like rain, sleet, or snow? I mean, because I have seen it where I'm like, they're actually out there.
Yes. And we just talked about it the other morning because it was so cold again, that back in the day when I first started, we didn't have indoor locations. They didn't even want us to get indoor locations. And I'm so blessed now that we, they tell us, go inside. More people are going to come if you're not outside, And I'm blessed that the community has been so good to Camp Gladiator to allow us to use facilities and to share their spots with us so we can be inside during rain, sleet, and snow. But there have been the times when it's been literally like 19 degrees, sleet's coming down, phones are dying. We're working out in a huddle just for body heat. But but no, it's work at your own pace. It's for all fitness levels. And And I love that the kids come out because like Ethan, he'll come out and he's working out.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do it either. He's like, no. And we're like, yes, you're doing it. So it's fun to see everybody come together and be friends.
So how did you weather the pandemic?
It was tough at first, literally, and our whole company came up with it. Well, I think everybody was saying it, but we pivoted in a day. It was a Sunday night, the CEO, and they emailed everybody and said, we're going Facebook Live tomorrow because we couldn't even go out to the parks. Couldn't be together. So went Facebook Live. In fact, I see some of my old Facebook Lives pop up and I'm like, how in the world did I even know what but it's so funny. We just learned. And, then we got on the Zoom, and for a 50-year-old to learn how to do audio and music and all the things, it was a challenge, but it was exciting. I was ready to be back out. So we kept the online.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool. When she goes out of town, she'll, stay at a hotel or whatever, and she'll text me, I just did this workout online. And, it's just cool because she can jump on with a live trainer, not just me. And she gets to experience other trainers. And we have online workouts from 4 a.m. till 8 in the evening, every 15 minutes. So you're always going to get a live trainer if you can't hit the outdoors. And we've got people in parts of the United States or the world that we don't have the outdoor camps. They're mainly in the South just because of the weather.
Yeah.
But it's been a journey, but I think that everybody's getting back out. I think everybody's ready. I think for a little bit after the pandemic, it wasn't just that we couldn't be together. It was kind of just did something to everybody. And then it's like, okay, we're ready to get back out. And so we're just all coming back together, and it's really cool.
So Alison, I guess tell those that are listening, those that are watching, how, some type of motivate, if they feel like they want to get involved in Camp Gladiator or do Camp Gladiator, what can you say to them to say, what, if I did it, you can do it?
Absolutely. If I did it, anybody can do it. My husband goes with me. We do it as a family. Both of my kids are usually there. I started it with, I think, 8-pound weights. I'm now up to 15.
Wow.
And I pick up
not
those.
By her choice.
Not by my choice. Leah pushes us, which, I'm thankful for. But I pick up those 8-pound weights now, and I think, man, this used to be so heavy for me. And, making that lap, making those, lunges, the the exercises that we do, you know, as you get more and more, you know, that's my motivation is I can now do squats. I can now do push-ups that before I couldn't do.
Yeah.
And it's important for me, for my kids to see that too, because, you know, like she said, Ethan's out there doing them with us. And I'm like, if I can do it, you know, overweight and old, you can do it at 12 years old.
Yeah.
And, you know, it helps motivate him too. And, you know, Elizabeth's out there doing jumping jacks with this. And so, you know, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You know, if Andy can do it, anybody can do it.
Yes.
Andy.
You know,
we know her husband, Andy.
And he's great with the nutrition.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing that we do.
He's good. He's good with that.
Try to.
Yes. You know, I have a family history of diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And so I knew that I had to make that change.
Yeah.
You know, I had to. And so, you know, turning 40 was a huge wake up call for me. The weight didn't come off like it used to.
Yeah.
I, you know, changed the way I ate and it didn't go anywhere. And I thought, you know what, like I'm doing this. You know, Leah's great. She texted us, you know, last week we were out for spring break and, you know, hey, how are you guys doing? You know, how's the nutrition going? There is a whole nutrition side to it. You know, she'll help with meal plans and you're not getting enough protein, Alison. You need to be eating more. And you know what? Lo and behold, I eat more protein and the weight falls off.
Oh, wow. That's good.
So, you know, come out and try it. You know, Leah is great with working with, you know, she has extra mats. She has extra weights. You know, we have extra mats. There's other, you know, we all work together. We all help each other.
So y'all don't embarrass people. You know, how sometimes people, you know, get embarrassed because, you know, you're doing better than I, you know. You know, some people get, you know.
No, it's just really weird when you're out there. We're just all together encouraging each other. And I don't think anybody, it can be intimidating. It's really scary to step out to a group you're not sure about, and if you haven't worked out in a while, or if you're just not sure about it, you know, you're not feeling confident about yours. When you get there, everybody's gonna high five you and, you know, motivate you and keep you accountable, and you're gonna make friends, you know, and you know, it's a lot of fun to be able to see that and have everybody come together.
Yeah, I saw
as a family.
I saw the pictures where Lois jumped in the car when the skunk, was it the skunk? What was it? No,
it was that raccoon. we have a lot of fun stories.
Because she talks about, you know, Camp Gladiator, and you know, just like you said, it's like a family, you know, atmosphere. And so I always laugh at some of the stories she'll talk about, you know, some of the stuff y'all go through.
Oh, we have so much fun. She's so much fun. Yes, we've had raccoons and we've set off alarms. And you know, it's an adventure.
So if anybody wants to reach out to and wants to maybe join, how can they?
They can go to campgladiator.com, and if they are interested, they can reach out to you to get my information, or I don't know if you'll have that available, but I can hook them up with different discounts. If they went online and, you know, thought, man, I want to just try it, I've got 1 week freeze. I always tell everybody, bring your friends. You don't even have to sign up. Just come and try it. I would not want anybody to just sign up without seeing if it's going to be a good fit. We've got early mornings, mid mornings, and I've got evenings, different days of the week, different locations in Corsicana, and then we've got the online. So, you know, and you can do both of them. Okay. And you can do any Camp Gladiator you want. Like if she goes to Austin and she's there and we've got them all over Austin, she can pull up her app and find one probably right down the block from her. And you just show up.
Okay. Yeah. Well, ladies, I have enjoyed the conversation.
Well, when are you going to come see us?
I'm probably going to try to see if Lois, I'm sure she'll talk me into coming, but
she will.
I'm going to try not to be like intimidated. That's the thing that's in my mind. I'm like,
and you know what? Maybe back 11 years ago when maybe my whole thing was different too, but maybe in my older years, I'm just a little bit smart. You know, I'm smarter and I have a little bit more knowledge than I did back then. And I want you to come out and enjoy it and get healthy and build muscle. That's my whole deal is I'm getting older. I can feel when my muscle starts feeling like it's a little weaker, and you know, it is different. It deteriorates, and I think that's the most important thing is for our health and fitness, you know, and just feeling good.
So you might look up and see me one day.
She's gonna.
I hope so.
Yeah,
come on. You know, Andy will be and Ethan both will be cheering you on.
So, ladies, I want to say thank you again for coming on the Cana Girl Speaks podcast. I have enjoyed the conversation, and I always give my guests an opportunity to give them a shout out. So, anybody like to give the shout outs? So who would you like to go ahead and give you shout
Go
outs?
ahead, Leah.
You go ahead.
All right, I'll shout out my husband, Andy. He does support me, and he really only goes to Gladiator for me.
Yeah.
He will tell you that he does not enjoy it as much as I do.
He does.
He does. He secretly loves Leah, but he won't admit that. But he does come with me and supports me, and helps make healthy decisions at home, which in turn helps me, and so that's a big deal.
That's important.
And Alison, you have motivated me because I'm like, when I've seen you, and I'm like, man, I know Alison, if she can do it, I know I can
She
do
absolutely
it. I'm
is
past
amazing.
50, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe I need to try to do that. I got
come
all these
on,
memberships. I got
on.
like 2 memberships at 2 local places. I'm like, I think I'll just go to one, and one of them they just taking my money. So
I
I'm
know.
like,
Yeah.
I need to try to switch
You have
that
to
up.
do small steps.
Yeah.
You can't decide to change the world
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah.
And so, it's small steps.
Yeah.
And Leah will work with you, and we'll work with you and say, come on, let's go. And and if you're overdoing it, she'll look at you and say, let's slow down a little bit.
Yes,
And
I will.
Okay.
she will.
Okay, you might look up and see me, okay?
She's not going to let you kill
Yes,
yourself
girl.
like she tried to kill me in
Yeah.
2014.
That was back in the day.
Because I have done that. I had one person, and she was on my podcast, and we worked out with her, and I could not sit down the next
Yes.
day.
I couldn't
You might
bend
be
my
a
arm
little
for like
sore.
3
Yeah.
days.
And she was like trying to invite me the last time. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, Leah, who'd you like to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to my husband, Wes Dominy, and also my mom. She's amazing, and they have both supported me through this journey. I
Miss
think
Gloria.
Gloria Turner.
And I used to work with Gloria.
Yes,
Sheriff's
you
Department,
did. Yes, yeah. At first, when I first started this, my mom was like, "Are you sure? What are you doing? What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'm doing it. Let's see what happens." And it's been amazing.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, again.
Thank you.
Thanks
And
for
for all
having us.
those that support the Cana Girl Speaks podcast, like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just keep watching and keep listening and keep sharing. And just thank you. And so with that being said, well, y'all have a good evening. Good night.
Bye.
Thanks.
This is a Legacy Recording Studio production.